Yeah, check it out. Oh. That should be good though. Yeah. Yes. Alright, Shalom.
So
first and foremost, you're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to. Much on it,
yeah.
There you go.
I took off the Wi-Fi.
Much on it,
Yeah.
There you go.
I took off the Wi-Fi, guys.
I did. I got off it. Good. Slack your brothers, just bear with us. Just let it catch up here first. Okay, it's good. Okay, all right, we already gave the salutations, but again, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
And as you see the title of the video, with the brotherhood and order comes humility. All right, so we're gonna go into a couple points on brotherhood, the importance of brotherhood. Okay, the importance of order within the brotherhood, and the importance of having humility in the brotherhood. Okay, and in the order, because everybody can't be on an equal plane. But you got some precepts?
Yeah, I got something.
Right.
I got something real quick. This is Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12.
It's like it. Start with Psalms 133. We'll start with that, and then you get that.
Right.
Just start it off with that. You just blew somebody up listening to the video. Hope you didn't have your headphones on. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is the book of Psalms 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Yeah, in unity. Unity is being of the same mind, being in the same doctrine, being in the same order. Okay, it's like, I'll use this analogy. If you're an all-star football team, right, and a whole nother team just joins your team, what is that going to cause? It's going to cause confusion if they're not coming up under the order of the established all-star football team already. Why? Because they don't know the plays, they don't know how y'all move, they don't know they don't know any. Right. They might have the same ideology. Okay, we need to win the game, but they don't know how y'all move. They just watching the team, right. But you don't know how to interact with each other in the locker room. You don't know how this. So there's an importance behind unity. It's not just, obviously it's about the doctrine, of course, about being brotherly to one another, but there's more to it. Okay, you have to come up under the order. That's part of the unity. Okay, go ahead. Now, there was more on that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Back in Psalms 133, verse 2, it says, "It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon mountains of Zion. For there Yahweh commanded the blessing, even life forevermore."
There you go, man. So that's it's liking the brotherhood unto the anointing that Aaron got, which was he was the first high priest. So he's the scriptures is likening the unity of the brotherhood unto that blessing or the anointing that was given unto Aaron. So being in that, receiving that blessing of the brotherhood, you have to actually be in the brotherhood. Not just standing afar off saying, "Yeah, I agree with them." That's just somebody in the crowd, man. That's somebody in the stands. You're not part of the football team, bro. Oh yeah, you know all the stats of the players, and oh yeah, they're gonna run in this play. They're gonna do. Yeah, you know all this, but you're not part of the team, bro. You just in the stands, bro. You got to be in the team. Because it's easy to look from the stands. You're not doing nothing. You're just sitting there cheering. You're not putting in practice. You're not, doing the 3-a-days. You're not, building the bond with the team. You just in the crowd thinking you part of the team and shit. Yeah, here it is. Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl, right? Yeah, we won. The niggas in the crowd. We won this shit. Right. Nigga, you didn't win nothing. You was in the crowd, bro. What you talking about? The players won. And they won as a unit. In unity,
And we were speaking earlier too on the Lord is putting, pretty much who on the floor is the 2/3, man. But the Lord is like, look, let me sub you niggas out, man, and put the elect in, man. Then he put the starters in, man. And the ultimate starter is who? Yahushua. Right. So that's why we're coming out here on the floor, knowing we down by 300 points, okay? But
But we got to work as a team to overcome this deficit that we're in.
Exactly.
For you to come back in the fourth quarter, everybody got to be on point. Everybody got to play their role. And guess what? Everybody ain't the captain of the team. That's where the humility comes in. See, everybody want a name. Everybody want Israelite clout. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, you just got to find your fit in where you get it, or get in where you fit in. All right. And not everybody plays the same role. The quarterback don't play the same role as the wide receiver. Yeah. The wide receiver don't play the same role as the kicker. The kicker, he just chilling, kicking the ball here and there. Right. You know, don't make no tackles, don't get hit. But what if the team wins? He gets a ring too. You know, he's part of the team. He knows his role. He understands it, and he's humble enough to play that role. You know, he don't want to be imagine the kid going to Tom Brady and say, "Hey man, you know what? Next time you should try it like this." Man, that's disrespectful first and foremost, and it's out of order. Okay.
I got something.
Go ahead.
All right. This the book of Ephesians 4, starting at verse 1. It reads, "I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that walk worthy of the vocation wherein ye are called."
Yeah, get that word vocation. Somebody get that word.
Yeah, I'll get it. All right.
Yeah, read it again.
I read it again.
Go ahead and read it. Yeah.
It's the book of Ephesians 4, verse 1. "I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord."
Right, it's a prisoner. You're a prisoner. All right, and what? So not all the time, but you see prisoners. They work. You know, they put them to work on a field or something. They got to work together. You know, to accomplish the overall goal. All right. This is it's just a little point the elder has sent out earlier. Just some inspirational, quote, so to say. It says, "Partnership is a unified intention on an overall goal." If we don't have the same overall goal and how to get there, then it's not gonna work. You want to do it this way, he want to do it that way. This dude want to do it this way. Everybody got their own way to doing it, but no, there's one way to do it. There's one way to get to the kingdom, and we have to be unified in that. All right, with that enterprise. Because once everybody starts thinking this is the way, that's the way, well then that's how everything collapses. You know, that's how business ends. If you're not one mind, if you're not in unity, okay, then it's not gonna work. All right, and then it's partnership leads to friendship ultimately. All right, we didn't know these. I know none of these brothers, before coming into the truth. But what? We have the same goal. We're like-minded, and we're working together to reach that goal that we have in common. Okay, which is what? Salvation. Go ahead.
This is the word vocation, or in etymology from the 1500s, and it reads spiritual calling. And the scripture speaking about what? Many are called.
It's like a tryout. Yeah. You know, we gonna keep using these because that's a great analogy to use this truth to a team, a football team, right? Many people try out. Not everybody makes a team. That's right. Many people go to college, right? They go to the NFL Combine. Not everybody gets drafted. Some people get on the team and get cut. You know what I'm saying? So you have to work for this calling, man. Yeah. Go ahead. Well, that scripture say, make that calling and election sure.
That's right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Surety. Being pretty much locked in. You know, and that's what the elect is. The elect, they're ultimately going to be locked in because they understand that. Going back into that vocation, they understand the spiritual calling that was given unto them, man. They didn't take it for weakness. They didn't take it for granted. You know, they knew that a time was going to come where the Lord was going to judge the earth, and if they weren't part of the elect, they were going to be destroyed. It's just that, bro. You know, you have to have that spiritual calling, man.
Right. No. That as well. You know, you gotta have the spiritual calling. And then once you get in there, once you get called, then you have to work with the rest of the people that got called. It's not about you first and foremost. All right. And no team has ever won anything working individually. All right. Individuals don't win championships. Teams do. That's right. Okay. This isn't the fucking tennis league. You're not playing 1-on-1. You know. This isn't Call of Duty 1v1. You know?
to back you up, there is no I in we, team, or us.
That's right.
There is no I in we, team, or us. That's right. You see?
Or brotherhood.
Oh, man, add it to it. So once again, that's beautiful. So once again, going into the vocation of the spiritual calling, you have to be called to receive the true understanding of why you actually a part of this ministry, man. You see? It says profession, 1300s, or directly from Latin, vocationum, nominative, vocatio, literally a calling, a being called. From vocatus, called, from particle or vocare to call, which is related to vox, genitive, vocus, voice.
Yeah, so it's a voice. It is a calling. You know, which is what Yahushua. You know, they shall hear my voice and shall seek me. My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. But finish that off. So now we know what the vocation is that calling. Okay.
Back in
which is a spiritual calling, the highest calling, if you will. Go ahead.
Back in Ephesians 4 and verse 1, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. All right, so you want to keep that unity. All right, this is what the brotherhood, this is why the Lord has given us this. All right, it's something special. All right, something that is coming down from the heavens. All right, because you try to have anything else in the world, all right, it's going to break. But when it comes to the Lord and the doctrine, all right, we all come under one body. All right, under unity. All right, and that's what. In one mind.
I said me and my father are one. What he was saying, they're the same person? No, they were the same mindset. Right, and that's what we have to come up under, the mindset of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And guess what? It was given unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and it's been passed down. And if you're not willing to get with this mindset that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has given men, then you're not in the body. You can know you can know the breakdowns. You're not in the body. You're not in the body, bro. There's no gray areas with this. You in it or you ain't. We were just talking about before we started the video. These other camps, they're gonna have to fall up under the true men of the Lord. All right, the true leaders of the Lord. I'll say it like that: the true leaders of the Lord. Okay.
And if I've been mad, back you up. That's the word humility. Can you, Baba Kashan, can you get that word humility real quick? Because that's what the Lord. How you think you're just gonna come up? You know the truth, but you don't want to come up under the elders of Great Millstone who actually labored 30+ years.
You using their breakdowns. But you don't want to be under the order. Come on, bro. It don't work like that, bro. It really don't work like that, bro. That's disrespectful. There's no humility behind that. Like, we do double honors to the apostles of the great most. They're not sending tights. They not following orders. All right, they're not reporting to the going through the correct protocols. See, this is not just we out there teaching. No, there's more to this, man. It's a lifestyle. Just like when you go to work, you gotta report to somebody, bro. There's somebody over you, bro. You're not the head of Israel, and if you're not the head of Israel, then guess what? Even the head of Israel gotta report to somebody. But what? You have to come up under the order. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it, man. No butts, no cuts, no coconuts, man. You either get with the order, or you're gonna you trying to come up another way, man. Again, you can know the doctrines, but if you're not following the order, are you really in the truth? Hey, Satan knows the scriptures too. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and that order is ultimately coming up under a man who died for the whole nation of Israel, man. You understand? Here it is. You have the knowledge, the wisdom, understanding of the scriptures, but somebody died for you to actually get the breakdowns, man.
And then you're shunning his men, the men that he set up.
You shunning them. But here it is that he set them up to be the chief runners, man. Going back into the vocation. Okay? Which the word vocation going back to what? A calling, man. Of assurance, man. That's why we have not shunned to give you so you gotta come up to that's why so many brothers coming up to the apostles. Because they know this is the truth. It's the word, man. It's the word. You gotta get that word humility real quick, Baba Shah.
It's that word humility. It's a noun. It says quality of being humble. It says humility, modesty, sweetness, lowness, small stature, insignificance, baseness.
Base. So the Lord, it's the same in Hebrews, which I was getting ready to get real quick. Matter of fact, here it is. Hebrews 1. All right. In verse 4, being made so much better than the angels, as he have by inheritance obtained a more excellency name than they. So Yahushua Mashiach, he humbled himself, man. Okay? All right? So here it is. You trying to come up another way, but you don't want to accept the fact that the Lord actually sent man on the planet Earth. Okay? Put up a prayer in John 17. Okay? They will not bow, to the image of Baal, who will not give a knee okay, to this image, you trying to say you better than him? Scripture say scarcely one will die for a righteous man. You got something to say? God, continue on. Continue on. What was I at?
4.
Yeah, verse 5. For until which of the angels said, he at any time, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Again and again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be my son. Okay, so that's speaking of Yahushua, man. So going back into order, you have to come up unto the order of Yahushua, man. The sacrifice that he have given for the nation of Israel, nobody is capable of doing. That's why the scriptures say in the book of Revelations, the 5th chapter, okay, lo and behold, weep not for the Son of Man, roughly Yahushua, speaking of, okay, the Lion of the tribe of Judah have prevailed and opened the books and loosened the seals thereof, man. So it's all about the Son of Man, okay? Because through him, that's how we're getting this understanding, okay? And again, when he bringeth in the first begotten into the world, he said, and let all the angels.
That's going on. So
okay, that's it.
Stick to the topic. Go ahead, brother. Okay.
All right, we're gonna go back into Ephesians 4. Back in.
Did you finish the etymology of the word?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, good. In fact, get humble. Go, because that's the root of the humility. Go to humble, yeah.
All right, it's the word humble. It says it's an adjective. It says of persons.
And get before the attaining of authority. Get that. Go ahead.
All right. It says of persons, submissive, respectful.
Respectful. Yeah, let's say submissive. Submissive. So you have to be submissive. It says how's it go? It says submit yourselves unto the elders. Roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. You know, so you have to come up under. Because when you not saying that you're gonna be this man's you sweeping his floors, and you want to do that, that's cool, but you're not being held hostage. But there's an order to these, man. You're supposed to give reverence, give honor to the men above you, man. All right, especially the men that have given you the words of the Lord, giving you these doctrines, the breakdowns. You can read the Bible all day till your face turn blue. That don't mean you're gonna get the breakdowns. See, a lot of these camps get the breakdowns from who? Our apostles, man. The ones that we are ministering unto. We're following them as they follow on Yahushua. But then they don't want to do nothing else. That's it. Oh, we're going to take them, we're going to take their breakdowns and then say double honors to the true leaders of Israel. But they don't say who the true leaders are. Right. They don't show reverence. All right. They're not following the orders. They're not doing nothing that's you're supposed to be doing when you submit. Submit. Matter of fact, that's the scripture too. Submit yourselves unto the elders, I believe, or something along those lines. So go ahead, though. Keep going on that.
Back into the word humble. It says a person's submissive, respectful, lowly in manner.
Okay. So when there's countless scriptures in Sirach that tell you about when you're around the elders and men of great stature, you're supposed to shut your mouth and listen. All right, and speak when spoken to. That's not. That's not to rule over you on some wicked shit. That's out of respect. Right. You don't know nothing compared to the apostles, man, and elders. You might know the breakdowns, but who gave you the breakdowns? Right. You might get a revelation here and there that maybe you haven't heard the apostles say, but that don't mean nothing, man. Right. Go ahead.
It reads on. It says, lowly in manner, modest, not self-asserting.
Not self-asserting. I'm chief priest this and captain this and the comforter that and all kind of titles these guys give themselves. All right, look, the title's given to you. It's not put on yourself. Like there are captains in the scriptures, captains of 10s, captains of 50s, 100s, so on and so forth. But you don't give yourself that title. You're given the title, okay? But you have to earn it. And how are you going to earn it if you're not even in the ranking system? You don't get a promotion. I'm not going to get promoted at Big Lots and I don't even work there. That's stupid. How the hell they going to make me manager? I don't even work there. And you don't just come in. This isn't like, okay, well, my resume says this, so I can just apply to be manager there. It don't work like that in the ministry. You start at the bottom and then you move up through the ranks, man. depending on the spirit the Lord has given you. All right, and the work you put in. Okay, then some brothers move up faster than other brothers. Some brothers, they move up, but not, on their own level, the measure they were given. But ultimately, you have to be in the company, the company of prophets, so to say, and then you get the promotion, okay, so to say. And the scriptures talk about the promotion cometh not from the east or the west, and coming from the Lord, man. The Lord's going to put it in the spirit of an elder, an apostle, or somebody over you to give you that promotion, so to say, man. Make you a captain. They say, all right, you a captain over those men, okay? You're a head over that region. You're a head over this, and you know what I'm saying? There was more than that or not?
A little bit more. It says, modest, not self-asserting, obedient. It says lowly, humble, literally on the ground.
On the ground. So lowly in base. Yeah, go ahead.
Of things lowly in kind, state condition. It says low birth or rank.
Man, there you go, man. You gotta start at the bottom, man. Make your way up, man. Because when you come to the truth, you're born again, right? Baby don't know. Do you teach a baby or does baby teach you? And then when you're 5 years old, do you teach a 10-year-old or does a 10-year-old teach you? You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. If you're 15 years into this truth, right? Oh, I've been in this truth for 15 years. Cool. You got a man that's been in this thing 30 years. So who am I going to take advice from? The man that's 50, let's put it at this. You're going to take advice from a 15-year-old or a 30-year-old on how to make money. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to ask the 15-year-old. I'm going to listen to the 30-year-old. Because he got more experience, first of all, and he's actually making money. You know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah, I got you. This is okay. Sirach 10 and verse 21.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, Sirach 10 and verse 21. The fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai goeth before the obtaining of authority, but roughness and pride is the losing thereof.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me look at this. That's a good one right there. Well, go ahead and speak on it. I'm gonna find another one.
Yeah, so pretty much going into what the brother's saying, Jake does not understand the reason why the Lord has put, our elders and apostles of Great Millstone in the position that they are in, man. Okay? Because they have been going through the humility stages, man. They have.
No, go ahead and finish your thought.
They've been going through the Lord has put these men for years, bro. Not just one day. Not a year. 30 plus years. 30 plus years of being built in faith and believing in the Lord. Okay? All right? To obtain that authority that they have been given. So, and that's what these younger guys coming up, they're trying to just find another way. But bro, these men have been given a due diligence for 30 plus years.
Yeah, and they started like we did. But they put in the years, they put in the work, okay? And now it's showing forth. But that was what I had quoted. I quoted it wrong. But this is the one I was thinking of. This is Proverbs 18 and 12. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility.
Yeah. So before you get that honor, is humility. And that's why the elders been built. Bro, Yahweh said the servant in red, he said the servant is not greater than his master. So how much more the men that he dealing with on the planet Earth? You think they're not going? Bro, they been going through it, man. For you, Jakes.
They paved the path. They tell the reason you know how to deal with situations is because they've been through them. They told you how to show you the scriptures to correlate with what you're going through and so forth, so on and so forth, man.
They got the experience.
But again, you're not gonna get that if you're not part of the body, man. You can only get so much from videos, bro. I know that. I can tell you that until you meet men, and I'm not talking about you just show up at the camp. I'm talking about like dealing with them, coming up under the order, all right, executing orders they tell you. Then you start getting the whole understanding, of what true brotherhood is. Yeah, you might have a camp or a group, but that doesn't make it the body. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make it the body of the house of David. You have to come to the house of David. And guess what? Who was the leader of the house of David? David. All right. There was a structure behind that. There was an order. They can just willy nilly. There wasn't people, a group of men saying, "Yeah, we rocking with David," but they weren't rocking with David. Come on, it don't make no sense, bro. You really sit down and think about it, it don't make sense. You can't. You claim to give double honors to the apostles of GMS, but what are you doing to show that? How are you giving them honors? How are you reverence them? How are you showing them that you're submitting yourselves unto them, okay? Which ultimately you're submitting yourself unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, all right? Because you're following the men that He has set up. He has put them in authority, not you. Go ahead. You had a precept?
Yeah, a quick precept. 1 Timothy 5:17. It says, "Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honors, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine." All right, that's going into what the brother Quan was going into. All right, how they've been laboring in this truth 30 plus years. All right, going through the different afflictions and things in this life. All right, being built up by their different experiences. All right, so this is why we give double honors to our elders. But you have the rest of these other camps out here. They're not showing that reverence unto them. All right, they say it, all right, with their mouth, but with their deeds, they don't do it because they do certain things with the lack of disrespect. All right, they're not showing the actual respect that they should be giving these men. All right, for what they've been doing with laboring. All right, in word and doctrine.
And that's that love going back into fulfilling the law, which is why we're actually doing this video because. Let brotherly love continue is starting out elders and apostles great millstone, man.
That's right.
That brotherly love is what did Yahushua say? He said what? If you do these two things, what? Love the Lord, all thy mind, all thy heart, all thy soul, and love thy neighbor as thyself, all the laws is hanged on that. Why is that? Because Yahushua fulfilled those things, man. And that's something that Jake is not willing to do. That's why the Lord had to what? Be a remnant. You see? The Lord is always be a remnant. And that love is starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man. That love is shown, bro. We actually watching it every street teaching, every Saturday. You see? And Elder Apostle Romob, he went live earlier and he was bringing out how at camp, they had like 20 brothers over there, man. It's like 4 or 5 different camps. 4 or 5 different, So how much more brotherly love, man? So let me get something real quick.
I got something real quick. Just to back up what I had said. This is 1 Corinthians 16:16. It says, "I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus, that it is the first fruits of Achaia, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints, that ye submit yourselves unto such, and to everyone that helpeth with us and laboreth." There you go, man. You're supposed to submit yourselves, like we read earlier. That's part of being the humility. That's being humble. Okay, go ahead, brother.
This is that word submit for you. Brother, back brother up real quick. Submit. Let's get that real quick.
I got one more precept before you bring that up, because it goes into submit as well. This is the one I was looking for, though. It says first. Let me get the whole chapter. Hold on. This is 1 Peter 5 and verse 5. It says, "Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For the Most High resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble." So you're gonna be resisted. The more and more you try to promote yourself and try to get a name for yourself and try to give yourself all these titles, the more and more you're gonna get rejected from the Lord, man. You're gonna get resisted because you're proud, man. You're not humble.
And the elder is the elder brother that's over you. We have elder brothers over.
That I was gonna say, because it also said, like you said, the brothers that are above you, and it says subject yourself to one another. So just because a man's above you, he's still in subjection unto you as well, because Yahushua washed the disciples' feet. Right. So the man above you is going to give you orders for the sake of order, but he's still subject to you. He's still ministering unto you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But go ahead.
Right. This is that word submit for you in the etymology. And it reads.
And this is what a lot of guys don't want to do. This is what the brother's about to read right here.
From the late 1400s. It says to place oneself under the control of another. And that's great millstone to a T, man. You know, this thing is about order, man.
And that's the thing. It's not easy to accept it, but you have to, because our people have been conditioned, and this generation, this society teaches you not to do that,
Right.
not to submit. Oh, you could do. Not even speaking on women. Let's not even go down that road.
Yeah.
But as men, you're told to, oh, don't take no shit from nobody. Don't listen to him. Do your own thing. Blah 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 blah. But look, if you don't have somebody to lead you, it's been, most of our people grew up without fathers, or absentee fathers that didn't teach them shit. You know, that didn't teach you how to be a man according to the scriptures. So what you have to come, once you're born again, you have to come up under somebody to teach you the way. Cause you don't got it when you ain't got the answer, Sway. You're not gonna get to this, bro. Again, using that analogy, like, you're gonna take advice from a 3-year-old or a 10-year-old. Right. You're gonna take advice from a 10-year-old or a 30-year-old. You have to submit yourself to them that are above you, man. Go ahead, though.
That's right, brother. To place oneself under the control of another, and going back to what you said. In 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, it speaks about every man under Mashiach in their order. So going back into this whole thing of why there are great men, starting out, it was about great millstone across the four corners of the earth. They are in order, bro. It's submitting yourself, bro. This truth is ultimately about submission. Ultimately submitting yourself under Yahweh Shemel. Because what Scripture say, when he returned, what? Every knee shall what? Shall bow. And every tongue shall confess. That's ultimately showing what? A sign of what? Submission. You know?
You better submit now or get submitted.
Or get submitted. And you getting submitted is going to be put to death.
No tap outs here.
Yeah.
And another thing is, you know, look at the military. Look how the ranks of the military work. A private has to submit to his superiors. And there's many ranks above a private. Private is the E1 private is the first. That's an entry level nigga from college or high school, right out of high school. You're a E1 private. You imagine if an E1 private, or even let's say an E3. You know, he moved up 2 ranks. Imagine he went up to a 5-star general and started telling him this and that, and started trying to overtalk him or interrupt him or just show up at his spot. Man, you would get fucking dishonorably discharged for that, man.
And what you speaking about is rank.
Exactly.
You gotta understand the rank, and so having that respect of the man that's over you, man. That's what we're going into, man. And that's what ultimately what brotherly love is going to. Brotherly love is going to ultimately fall in place, in order, because you won't understand the man that's over you is doing this not just for himself. He's not laboring for himself, but he's laboring for all those that seek that wisdom, that's seeking that truth, to be a leader, you know, to be order. And
you know, and again, you in the military, like brother said, you know, it's when you say then there was a word you used, I forgot it, but so that. You know, it's going into the order, man. It's all about order, man. Orders come down from the top. They don't go up, you know. And then you're supposed to do what you told, man.
Right.
You like when you get like you just a good movie to see what I'm talking about is Forrest Gump. When he joined the military, you had to do the Jake screaming in his face, God damn it, scream. That's how it is. Sometimes you get cussed out. Sometimes you get you know, good job, this and that, but. You just gotta take it, bro. And the more you start understanding that, then you start moving up through the ranks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this nigga, oh man, fuck the captain, man. Fuck the talking shit, murmuring to the other privates, and then captain's a bitch. He's an asshole, telling us what to do. And wondering wwhy 8 years later you're still in the same spot.
Right, exactly. Right.
And but the dudes you were talking shit to, they all moved up. You know.
Right. Yeah. Because chastisement to back you up. What the brother said is so beautiful, because if the Lord is chastising you like that, even if you were called to that military or to that field, if the Lord is speaking on you like that, that chastisement is coming down on you because the Lord loves you, man. That's what Jake don't understand. You know, when Jake got the Lord coming down on them, plagues, you know, whatever the fuck we got to go through. Jake look at that as a sign of the Lord not dealing with him. But ultimately, that is a sign of the Lord dealing with you, man. Because man above you, the Lord already did that to them. 30 plus years. 30 plus years been going through this. And now that they're putting their life on the line for you, it's all for the sake of submission. To submit yourself under the king. under Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And that's why we're going through this spiritual military
boot camp.
boot camp,
bro.
because it's coming physical. Ultimately,
The house of David is being established again. And what did the house of David do? They was conquering people, man, slaying people. And like brother just said about the submission, that's what he had said earlier. You had to submit under the men giving the orders, because if not, it causes confusion. If you don't execute the orders in the middle of war, and the general comes and says, "You're gonna do this," and you over here like, "Nah, I don't think that's right. I'm gonna do this." Well, you're gonna die. You're gonna end up dying, or there's a weak chain in the link. And now your actions is gonna result in everybody getting hurt, because your ass wasn't humble enough and didn't want to submit yourself under the order. Or you a Rambo, you come out the bushes, with a Gatling gun. That don't work like that, bro. That's Hollywood shit, man. Rambo just killing whole armies and shit by himself. It don't work. That's fantasy, man. You want to talk about fucking science fiction? That Rambo is science fiction. There's no one man army, man. That's a lie. The men of the Lord are men, not man. Yeah, you might be a man of the Lord, but there's men of the Lord. There's a body. All right, you got something now?
Yeah, I got the word order.
Okay.
All right, going to the etymology, it's a noun. It says body of persons living under a religious discipline, position, a state, a rule, a regulation, a religious order.
The religious order, and this is the religious orders the Lord has set up. All right, from the foundations of the earth, it's already established who's who and what position you're gonna hold now and in the kingdom. Go ahead.
It says a row, line, rank, series, pattern, arrangement, routine, and order.
Yeah. That's it. It's order. Going to what Yahweh said to Apostle Peter. He said, "Well, upon this rock shall what? I build my church." So going into being that building is establishment of order. Rank. So having that respect of men who actually been laboring before you. Been 30 plus years on down to the man that's over you in the camp. So that's why we have order in Great Millstone, man. That's right. And ultimately, this goes into this word here, submit. It's not being submissive. Submissive is not a weakness, bro. Okay, because we are women of the Lord. You're supposed to submit yourself under your husband. You see, so we're submitting ourselves under our husband, Yahushua.
And you're not gonna, because Yahushua's above me. That's nonsense, man. Because the king never comes down to the rest of the like a king always has somebody directly under him, which in this case would be King David, right. And then so on and so forth. So you're not gonna get the order directly from the king, man. You're gonna get it from somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. And you gotta deal with that.
Exactly.
You just gotta understand that's just order, bro. But you just be happy that you're a part of the 144,000.
That's just how the cookie crumbles.
You want me to finish this here, bro?
Yeah, and then we'll bring out the closing scriptures. Yeah, I got one we can close on. And bring out whatever y'all got, and then we'll close up.
All right, submit on the etymology. It says late 1400s to place oneself under the control of another, and that's why you have heads. That's why you have men in chief positions. Okay, because ultimately, the scriptures say they're watching over your souls, man. Okay.
Get that precept real quick, because it goes into it. It says not by constraint or unwillingly, something along those lines.
I got you.
You're not supposed to somebody that has to watch over you shouldn't be like, God, man, fuck, I gotta come deal with this motherfucker. Right. You're supposed to be submitting, making it easy for him, because he's watching over your soul,
Right.
And then there's somebody watching over his, and so on and so forth, man. There's an order to it, man.
Ultimately, going back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Exactly.
This is James 1:21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and those are all attributes of the flesh. Okay, because this flesh, this flesh wants to be naughty. The flesh wants to be a superfluity, man, if you will. Okay, it wants to the flesh wants to desire the things that it can see and touch. Okay, and that's in 1 John. What's that? 1 John say, "Love not the world."
Things that are therein. Yeah.
Right, but it says, "He that doeth the will of the Father shall abide forever." That doing the will is the spirit that's on you, man. You see, it says, "Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul." And that's where you're getting that from the brothers that's over you, man. That engrafted word, man. Going into the word engrafted pretty much mean engraving. Okay, pretty much you cannot be taught this truth. This truth ultimately has to be embedded in your spirit, man. You see, and that's why this order is set up. Yeah, that's it. That's not the one I wanted. Nah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I know it's another precept. You got it, my brother. You got it.
I can finish back out in that Ephesians 4. All right, Ephesians 4, back at verse 3, it says, "Endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace, there is..."
Hey, read that again, Bible Shop.
Back in Ephesians 4, verse 3, it says, "Endeavoring to keep the unity..."
Endeavoring means laboring, working for. You know, an endeavor. When you go on an endeavor, you're going on a journey, pretty much. You know, you got to work. You got to go through trials, tribulations. You got to put in effort in an endeavor, man. Go ahead, finish that.
Just the one.
All right. Verse 4, it says, "There is one body."
There's one body, not multiple, or half bodies, or amputated bodies. No, there's one body. Go ahead.
It says, "There is one body and one spirit,
one spirit,
even as ye are called in one hope of your calling, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one power and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all."
And if I can say, so where's unity in that? You know, where's the unity camp in that? You know, there is no unity camp, man. It says one.
Okay, the unity is within the body,
right?
Within the brother. What we started off with, there's no greater love. How is it? The Psalms 133. How would it go? The unity. There's no greater. Yeah, read it again, Bible Shop. Like brother just said, man, that's the unity. Yeah. There's no such thing as unity camps. Because first of all, y'all don't even agree. Y'all don't have the same argument. That's not unity. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. So back in Psalms 133, verse 1, "Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together
there you
in
go.
unity."
So it's good and pleasant to dwell in unity, meaning being of one mind, one accord, one doctrine, okay, one order, one body. Okay, just like we have one power or one savior, damn it, you got to be in one body. All right, and you know, people get caught up in the terms GMS, and this. Okay, look, we're not telling you got to put GMS on. You got to call yourself GMS. None of that. You just got to fall under the order. Report. Do what we do, man. Shit. We're not telling you got to put GMS on your name. You want to do your own thing, but at least be in the order, bro. And under the order, you got to come into the order. That's right.
To back you up, obey. And that's why you watch a lot of movies where men have spiritual powers. Men are in particular positions. Okay, like Thanos. Okay, Doomsday. And what they always say, obey. Well, the scriptures say obedience is better than sacrifice, man. Okay? So it's rather to obey than to give a sacrifice, man. And that's when the beauty of brotherhood, okay, around the four corners of the earth is being established, man. You see, that's the beauty of it, man, because we're obeying. Look, we're presenting our body as that living sacrifice, man. We learned this from our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. We're giving them that have rule over us their liberty, man. We're submitting ourselves under them, man. Okay?
Yeah, kind of. Go ahead.
Real quick for you. Hebrews, you speaking of supposed precept you want it. Hebrews 13 and 17. Obey them that have rule over you. And submit yourselves.
Like we've been saying. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We brought out etymology on words, scriptures to prove that. Go ahead.
Yep. For they watch for your souls.
Right, because the shepherd's supposed to watch over the sheep. Now, if the sheep go missing, you held accountable for it. Go ahead.
As they that must give account.
There you go.
Yep. So they gonna give account. So pretty much blood is blood.
Yeah, so put it like this in the way modern day terms can understand. If you fuck up, it's on the person above you. All right, they got to give account for you. You're not gonna get a direct phone call from the elder. The man above you is. So they're giving it. They are have to give account for you. That's why they're watching over you. That's why you gotta. That's why they're ruling over you. So you gotta submit yourself unto them. So that you do what they're telling you to do, because what they're telling you, what they're getting told.
Right.
You know, if you're leading it in the correct way, that's how it works, man. He ain't just pulling it out of his ass to tell you what to do. No, he's being told what to do, and so on and so forth.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And that's what you call everything that brother just said in one word is order.
Exactly. Sum it all up to one word.
Order. It says that they may do it with joy. You know, and that joy is everything falling in order, man. You know, pretty much it's in line. There's no excuses. There's no reports.
No rebellion.
You know, no rebellion.
Because the opposite of obeying is a rebellion. So if you're rebelling and not following the orders, then you well finish it off. Well, read that again. That they may do it again.
So you want me to start from the top?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. All right. Hebrews 13 and 17. Obey them that obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. Right, so it's unprofitable for you if somebody has to watch over you and doing it through grief. Like, God damn, I got to deal with this guy again. You know, it's supposed to be, yeah, all right, cool, man. You know, you're supposed to make it easy for him. You're supposed to do it with joy, man. I love being over this. Not love being over him, but, you know, I love having to, you know, give this brother, give him the orders I'm getting given. Yeah. But if you're not following the orders, now the man that's over you is doing it with grief, which ends up being unprofitable for you, because you might end up getting kicked out. You might not be learning how you're supposed to be, and so on and so forth, man. So it all works in tandem, all right? The body works together, man. If you bust your ass, guess what? Your body works together to stop the fall, okay? A limb go missing, guess what? The rest of the body pick up the slack, so to say, you know? It's supposed to work in unity, man, in unison. All right? Yeah, that was it on that. You got something else? Yeah, I got something real quick. This is matter of fact, I'll just pull up here. Hebrews 13 and 1. Kind of. Unless you brothers have something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spirit already in the chapter. Come on. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1. It says, "Let brotherly love continue." Straight to the point.
Yes.
You know?
Plain and simple.
And at the top it says, "A changeless Mashiach," because Yahushua, what? He fulfilled that, man. That brotherly love by him laying down what he said, "I am the good shepherd." They laid down his life for the sheep. So it's a changeless, you know, it's a changeless thing. It's not going to change, man. So you rather to show that same brotherly love, because that's going to show that the Lord is dealing with you. If you actually have that brotherly love, okay, to lay down your life for Yahweh, which Elder Apostle Gabar been going into lately. He said the least that I can do, he said the least that we can do is lay down our life for Yahweh. He died for us. Okay, so the least you can do, okay, is lay down your life. Is to show brotherly love, okay, for the body. That's the least you. That means you supposed to do that regardless.
Which comes in the form of living sacrifice. Yep. I'm not saying that you're gonna go get crucified. Don't be ridiculous. Yeah. You know, this is 2021. Right. You know.
Be spiritual, bro. Yeah. That's really what it is. Be spiritual.
And again, it says, "Let brotherly love continue," meaning what? That body, man. Yeah. That the house of David having love for each other. Remember, King David had love. Remember, King David had women. He had many women. Okay, and he had many children. But what? His love for Jonathan surpassed the love for women, and that's how your love got to be for the brotherhood.
That's right.
So we'll close out on this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9, just tying it back all around. It says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. You know, so what? There's power in numbers, man. There's power. All right. There's. Look, to get to the final agenda, so to say, there is strength in numbers, man. Which in this case is strength in brotherhood. Okay. And it strength in the order. Okay. Well, you gonna follow a one-man team, or you gonna follow the championship team? You know, that has, you know, proven they've proven themselves. You know, so like I said, the title of the video, going back to it, with brotherhood and order comes humility. You know, tying it all back to the main concept of this is get in order, man. You know, you should love it because it comes with the brotherhood. Okay, at the end of the day, it's profitable.
Yeah.
You know, being alone ain't profitable. Doing your own thing, but you claim to know the same doctrines, that ain't profitable, man. You just doing your own, you out there winging it. You know.
Yeah.
If you claim to give double honors to the apostles, right, of a great millstone, the apostles of the elders of a great millstone, then why wouldn't you want to be under them? Being held. You see, what it is
accountability.
No, you don't want to be held accountable. All right, you don't want to be held to a standard. You just want to do your own thing. You want to do, okay, well, shit, 3 videos a week.
Yeah.
What if I don't feel like doing 3 videos a week?
Right.
So that's what it comes down to, man. But it's we get into the time that you're gonna have to get under it, or you're gonna be sifted out, man. Who knows what's gonna happen to you? So, you know, with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying. We're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out his word, truth, sincerity. Shalom.